When we look at the important dates and events that took place in history, it will be literally like a recap of the entire lesson. So looking at lesson 1, the rise of nationalism in Europe. Look at the important dates and what all happened. In 1848, Frederic Seurat, a French artist, prepared a series of 4 prints visualizing his dream of a world made up of democratic and socialist republic. This first print of the series shows people of Europe and America, men and women, marching in a long train offering homage to the Statue of Liberty. The picture is there in your textbook. In 1882, a lecture delivered by Ernst Renan at the University of Sorbonne on what is a nation. Sorbonne is the oldest university in Paris, and the idea of a nation or nationalism started in 1882. 1789 is the beginning of French Revolution. In 1790s, setting up of Jacobin clubs, also French armies moved into Holland. Today Holland is known as the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, and many parts of Italy. In 1797, Napoleon invaded Italy and Napoleonic Wars began. If you remember Napoleon Bonaparte, he crowned himself the Emperor of France. 1804, the Civil Code, usually known as the Napoleonic Code, did away with the privileges based on birth. That means people did not have extra privileges only because they were born in rich families or nobility. 1804, the Civil Code, usually known as Napoleonic Code, we can see here, did away with the privileges based on birth. Napoleon simplified administrative divisions, abolished feudal system, and freed the peasants from manorial dues. They used to have big manor houses, and the serfs used to work for these manor houses. Napoleon lost the Battle of Leipzig in 1815. 1814 to 15 is the fall of Napoleon, the Vienna peace settlement. 1815, Treaty of Vienna, an autocratic conservative regime was set up. So a treaty was signed. 1831, a young man, Giuseppe Mazzini, was sent into exile after a failed revolution in Liguria. Giuseppe Mazzini, अगर आपको याद है, यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ इटली में आया था, तो उसको एग्जाइल में भेजा गया. एग्जाइल यानी जैसे वनवास भेज देते हैं. 1833, viewed as obstacles to the economic exchange and growth. 1833, a merchant traveling from Hamburg to Nuremberg had to pass 11 different custom barriers. Different weights and currencies were also used. अगर आपको याद है, लेसन करते समय बताया गया था कि उनको दिक्कत होती थी अपने ही राष्ट्र में, अपने ही एरिया में, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जब जाते थे, वेट्स एंड मेजर्स अलग थे, कस्टम ड्यूटी भरनी पड़ती थी. तो 11 चेक पोस्ट रहते थे, 11, जहाँ पे फिर से उनको कुछ न कुछ भरना पड़ता था, तो उनका नेचुरली प्रॉफिट कम हो जाता था. तो ये निकालने के लिए नेपोलियन ने बहुत कष्ट किए. 5% यू हैव टू पे एट ईच चेक पोस्ट. अगर 11 चेक पोस्ट है और 5% हर चेक पोस्ट पे आप भरते हैं, तो 55% आपका वहीं पे गया. A customs union or Zollverein was formed at the initiative of Prussia and joined by most of the German states. The union abolished tariff barriers and reduced the currency from 30 to 2. Currencies यानी जो पैसे रहते थे, अलग अलग टाइप के पैसे यूज़ किए जाते थे, 30 अलग टाइप के थे, तो वो फाइनली उन्होंने रिड्यूस करके सिर्फ 2 प्रकार के बनाए. 1830, the first upheaval took place in France. The Bourbon kings were overthrown by liberals and installed Louis Philippe as the head. तो पहली बार जो उथल पुथल हुई फ्रांस में, यहाँ पे बूरबॉन किंग्स यानी उनका जो ख़ानदान चलता आ रहा था उनको निकाला गया और लुई फिलिप को रखा गया. 1821 sparked off a struggle of independence among the Greeks. अभी ये फ्रांस की कहानी हुई. अभी ग्रीस में भी हम देखते हैं कि कैसे राष्ट्रीयता की भावना जागी in 1821. English poet Lord Byron organized funds who later went to fight in the war and died of fever in 1824. So 1824 में किसकी मौत हुई? लॉर्ड बायरन. ये कवि थे, इंग्लिश कवि, जिन्होंने सपोर्ट किया ग्रीक वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए. 1830 to 1848 is the age of revolution. ये जो पीरियड है इसको ऐसा युग माना जाता है कि बहुत सारे रेवोल्यूशंस हुए या क्रांति हुई. 1831 armed rebellion against Russian rule in Poland. 1830 to 1848 हमने ऑलरेडी देखा कि एज ऑफ रेवोल्यूशन माना जाता है. 1832 Treaty of Constantinople recognized Greece as an independent nation. तो ग्रीस सेपरेट राष्ट्र माना जाने लगा. कॉन्स्टेंटिनोपल जो ऑटोमन टर्क्स का मुख्य कैपिटल था, वहाँ पे ट्रीटी साइन की गई. 1845 वीवर्स इन सिलेशिया लेड अ रिवोल्ट अगेंस्ट द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स. तो ये छोटा मोटा रिवोल्ट था. वीवर्स यानी जो कपड़ा बुनते हैं उनका. 1848 peasants uprising और revolution in Europe. peasants यानी farmers, farmers यानी जो धान उगाते हैं. 1848 food shortages and widespread unemployment in Paris. यहाँ पे 1848 में बहुत लोगों को दिक्कत हुई. एक तो because of unemployment यानी बेरोजगारी, और दूसरा food shortage यानी खाने की कमी. In 1848, revolution of the liberals in France, and Louis Philippe was forced to flee. Flee means to run away. Okay, so Louis Philippe को भाग जाना पड़ा क्योंकि फिर से क्रांति चालू हुई. In 1848, autocratic monarchies of Central and Eastern Europe began to introduce changes. So slowly changes होने लगे. 21st April 1849. Feminist Political Association carried first issue of her newspaper. तो औरतों का भी जो कहना है, क्या उनको व्यक्त करना है, वो न्यूज़पेपर में आने लगा. 1867 Habsburg rulers granted more autonomy to the Hungarians. The meaning of autonomy means self-rule. तो लोगों को थोड़ा सेल्फ रूल या उनको भी थोड़ा राइट्स, लिबर्टीज देने लगे. मेकिंग ऑफ जर्मनी. नाउ यहाँ पे वी सॉ फ्रांस, वहाँ पे क्रांति हुई. ग्रीस में भी उन्होंने इंडिपेंडेंस पाया. एंड नाउ वी सी यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी और मेकिंग ऑफ जर्मनी. नाउ व्हाई इज इट कॉल्ड यूनिफिकेशन? वी ऑलरेडी सॉ 39 अलग अलग भाग थे, उनको एकत्रित करना था. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी. 18th January 1871, the Prussian king William I was proclaimed German emperor in a ceremony held at Versailles. Palace of Versailles is a beautiful palace near Paris, और वहाँ पे एक उनका समारोह हुआ जिसको हम कहते हैं राज्याभिषेक, जहाँ पे उनको राजा कहलाया गया. German philosopher Johann Gottfried Herder. And in 1785 and 1786 you had the brothers Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm were born. अभी Grimm brothers आपने सुना होगा या नहीं, बहुत सी कहानियाँ लिखी हैं उन्होंने. They were born in Germany. 1798 cover of a German almanac designed by journalist Andreas Rebmann. Now almanac is like a calendar. जैसे हमारा काल निर्णय रहता है, वैसे ही कैलेंडर जो रहता है उसको कहते हैं almanac. In 1812 the Grimm brothers published their first collection of tales. तो उनकी जो कहानियाँ थी वो फर्स्ट 1812 में उनको छापा और पब्लिश किया गया. 1848 the German middle class tried to unite the different regions of the German Confederation into a nation state governed by an elected parliament. तो यहाँ पे इलेक्टेड पार्लियामेंट हुई. पहले कैसे रहता था? एक राजा रहता था, मोनार्की रहती थी. 18th May 1848, 831 elected representatives marched in a festive procession. Frankfurt Parliament was convened. Now we go on to Italy. तो जर्मनी का यूनिफिकेशन हुआ, अभी इटली. 1830s. Giuseppe Mazzini had sought to put together a coherent program for the unitary Italian Republic. तो Giuseppe Mazzini ने फर्स्ट सोचा कि हम एक राष्ट्र बनाएं. इटली के बहुत सारे भाग थे, नॉर्दर्न इटली, सेंट्रल इटली एंड सदर्न इटली. So he thought of unifying Italy. In 1859, Sardinia, Piedmont succeeded in defeating the Austrian forces. In 1860, a large number of armed volunteers with regular troops under the leadership of Giuseppe Garibaldi marched into South Italy and the kingdom of the two Sicilies and succeeded in winning. Now, ये जो two Sicilies है, that is in the south of Italy. So we have two people, one is Mazzini and the other person is Garibaldi, who is important in the Italian unification. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed King of United Italy. 1864 to 1871, there were 3 wars fought over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France, and finally it ended in Prussian victory. तो 3 वॉर्स जो या युद्ध जो हुए ऑस्ट्रिया, डेनमार्क और फ्रांस के साथ, फाइनली प्रशिया उनको पराजित करके वो जीत गए. स्ट्रेंज केस ऑफ ब्रिटेन. अभी ब्रिटेन का जो केस है थोड़ा अलग कैसे था. वी सॉ इन द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स ऑलरेडी दैट इन ब्रिटेन देयर वाज नो रेवोल्यूशन, अनलाइक इटली or France or Germany. Here you find that it was bloodless or it was not a revolution. In 1688, the English Parliament seized power from the monarchy. Monarchy या जो राज्यशाही थी उसमें से parliamentary system बन गया. The Act of Union between England and Scotland that resulted formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, that was in 1707. 1798, there was a failed revolt led by Wolfe Tone and his United Irishmen. अभी ये जो है बहुत important नहीं मानेंगे क्योंकि ये failed revolt है. इन्होंने जो आवाज़ उठाई खिलाफ, लेकिन वो उनकी नाकाम रही. 1801, Ireland was forcibly or forced into being incorporated in the United Kingdom. Now, if you were asked to write something about Garibaldi, Giuseppe Garibaldi, you can see when he was born and when he died. Then, in 1833, he met Mazzini and joined the Young Italy movement. In 1834, he participated in a Republican uprising in Piedmont. 1848, Garibaldi had to flee or run away to South America, where he lived in exile till 1848. तो उनको भाग जाना पड़ा क्योंकि उन्होंने भी अपराइजिंग में भाग लिया था. In 1854, he supported Victor Emmanuel II in his efforts to unify the Italian states. तो विक्टर इमैनुअल को ऑलरेडी राजा वो मानते थे यूनाइटेड इटली का, तो उन्होंने और कष्ट करके इटली को यूनिफाई किया. In 1860, Garibaldi led the famous expedition to the Thousand to South Italy. In 1867, he led an army of volunteers to Rome to fight the last obstacle to the unification of Italy. Obstacle यानी जो अड़चन आ रही थी, यानी जो लास्ट उनकी एक छोटी अड़चन दूर कर दी और यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ इटली हुआ. 1870, during the war with Prussia, France withdrew its troops from Rome. If you remember, with Prussia there were 3 wars, so this was one of the war. So France took back its troops. Troops यानी उनकी जो आर्मी थी उन्होंने वापस लिए. Visualizing the nations यानी एक आपके मन में कल्पना अगर करनी है अलग अलग राष्ट्रों की. So 1848, you know that Germania was painted by artist Philip White. तो जर्मेनिया वी सॉ वॉज अ सिंबल, एक वो चिन्ह था राष्ट्रीयता का जर्मनी में. 1850, postage stamps with the figure of Marion representing the Republic of France. जैसे जर्मेनिया जर्मनी में था, मैरियन जो था वो चिन्ह था फ्रांस में। नेशनलिज्म एंड इंपीरियलिज्म, तो पहले तो राष्ट्रीयता की भावना बढ़ने के कारण राष्ट्र बने, नेशंस वर फॉर्म्ड, एंड देन इंपीरियलिज्म। इंपीरियलिज्म यानी अपना साम्राज्य वो बढ़ाना चाहते थे और they wanted more colonies, they wanted to become more and more powerful. 1871, the most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe was the area called the Balkans. We already saw it in our question answers. 1905, the Slav nationalism gathers force in the Habsburg and Ottoman Empire. 1914 was the First World War. So, First World War we will take in another chapter. So, here we saw the rise of nationalism, the forming of nations. The nations that we saw here were France, Germany, Italy, Greece and Great Britain. Great Britain's being slightly different because it did not have a revolution. And then we come to the modern history, that is when the World War started. And World War started mainly because all these nations which had been newly formed started becoming more ambitious and more imperialistic.